What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the DCUO Sourcecast. I want to welcome everybody back here for it. I want to say what's up, everybody, and tell everybody that I apologize for anybody out there who's been waiting for episode 202 to be released out on my YouTube channel or in the audio format. Because of a recording snafu on my end, 202 did not get fully recorded, so we are redoing episode 202. Which is kind of fitting because it's the second episode since I took over Sourcecast. Saying now we have two hosts. That's right, we have a co-host now, folks. Anybody in the chat want to guess who it was? Anybody in the chat want to guess who it was? Or you guys are still hearing an echo? No, it's not Meps. No, it's not Meps. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to let my co-host introduce himself. Say hello.
Hello, this is Dark Horse, everybody. How you guys doing? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Crapcast.
The Crapcast. That's good. I'm going to put that in the title. That's going to be the title for this episode.
First episode of the Crapcast.
Bad side, that's cheating. You already knew.
Yeah, that's no fair. Insider information. Martha Stewart went down for that. You don't want to get involved in that.
I talked to Crappy last week, though, and all that. And I said, hey, man, what are you doing next Friday? And he's like, nothing. And I was like, you want to come on the Sourcecast with me? He's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, what are you doing with the Friday after that? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, you want to come on the Sourcecast with me? And he's like, yeah, I could do that. And I'm like, what about the Friday after that?
I was like, oh, I see where this is going. Oh, no, my utility belt is expired over here.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Oh, no. We all know how much you hate paying rent on that.
I do. I cried like a woman on the forums about it.
I know, I saw. And I teased you for it, too.
I know. But hey, got that rent extended.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Put in a little effort
you totally screwed up my entire math I had with that, too. Because my response to that, with that whole thing with the rent issue, was I was telling everybody, if you just run the vault once a day, every day for a month, or for those 2 months, you can pay for all your rent. You paid for all your rent.
Oh yeah, you definitely did. But you get those marks and you spend them on something.
Yeah.
You never save them up.
Yeah, but I mean,
but in turn, it did pay for it though.
See, this DCUO helps teach people how to budget their income.
I get hit all at once. My sidekick, orbital, henchman, mods, utility belt, all expire in the same 24 hours.
I think Rooted took some issue to you saying cried like a woman.
Oh, sorry, Rooted. I didn't mean that. I meant, I don't know, cried like a woman. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. I'm sorry, Rooted. We're making Canada great again, though. Don't worry.
Don't get that started. Don't get that started. She showed me some satire article earlier today where Trump was talking about how we should have never given Canada back to Britain and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, we never had Canada to begin with. I mean,
one day we're taking them over.
I mean, I think during the Revolution we went up into Quebec, or it was either during the Revolution or 1812. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. We went up there and we actually got our butts beat. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So Crappy Hills is gonna be the new co-host for a while here and all that. Britt still taking a break, which is fine. She can go take her little break and all that. Just left me here all by myself. But oh well. So yeah. So welcome aboard, Crappy. I might have to put together a little shameless plug thing for us at the end now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, have to get all your get your YouTube and
Oh man.
your Twitter from you. You don't use Facebook at all, do you?
I have one, but I haven't done anything on there in so long. I don't even think I remember the password. That's just something else for people to bother me on, so I don't do that anymore.
And we all know you don't like being bothered.
No, I get enough messages.
All right, well, so news this week. We had a lot happen this week because last week's episode was kind of being scrapped and everything. We're going to talk a little bit about the new duo in the raid. Now I have somebody else here to talk about with it who's actually run it because Stretch stopped in. He hasn't run it yet last week. But what do you think of the new episode and with the duo in the raid?
I like the duo because it's new territory. And you could get pooped on in that first room if you're not careful. So I like that. I like a little bit of difficulty, but I understand it can't be super hard, because of everybody else, because of not everybody else, but the people who aren't super crazy elite and don't play the game every day, So I get that where it's coming from, but I feel it has a good balance of hard and easy, I
plugged into that duo one day. And was in there with the munitions DPS. I knew he was munitions because I had just done the raid with him. And we're going up into that first room, and he's like, "Hey, can you tank this room?" And I'm like, "Dude, don't you have big gun?" And he's like, "I don't have a supercharge yet." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Those powers, though, munitions and ice and stuff, kind of stink in duo situations, because they're doing all range attacks and they're like getting lunged half of the time, so they spend a lot of time on their butts in there.
Yeah, but I do. I like that first room too and all that because I like because if you're not smart about it, if you try and stay in that room and fight everything, you're done. You're done. I mean, as soon as that cutscene's over, man, I'm like jumping up and I'm like rolling back towards the doorway, trying to pull them out into the hallway and just kill them as they're coming in, coming out.
Sometimes I go in and man it up, but it just depends on who I'm with.
Yeah.
I'm light right now, and I find the best way for me to do it is I just go in there and do the infinite combo because you know what happens when you do the infinite combo. It just blows everything all over the place, and no one can even do anything. Just go in there, a little fan and minigun, and stuff is stuck to the walls and the ceilings. I can't even hit it.
What about the raid?
Oh god, the raid is super easy.
Yeah.
I have a good time in it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I like the Doomsday fight. I feel like I wish that was the Doomsday we had in survival mode where he was all big and bad like that.
Yeah.
And instead we get like little tiny Doomsday in survival mode.
Is it just me or is this model of Doomsday like bigger than the one that is in Smallville? Even.
Yeah, this guy's huge.
Yeah.
Compared to all the other ones.
Yeah, this guy's awesome huge.
I hope they change all of them to that guy. Like next time FOS survival mode comes around, if that dude is in there, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And the last boss can be a little difficult. He will kill you.
Yeah, especially
if you're not careful.
Yeah, well, especially with his reaction or his what is it called? His resistance and all that. Like if the troller hits him when that diamond's up there, and then everybody starts hitting him, like everybody's out of power.
Oh yeah, that's a bad time. I didn't know what was going on with that. Like the first 2 times, because I don't know DPS, so I don't pay attention. I just go in there and kill things. And then like I healed it the one time, and I was like, whoa! I was like, listen, no power, nothing. Something's gonna happen here. And we figured it out. Yeah. But I think that's a cool mechanic too. Something to get everybody to stop pew-pewing for a little bit.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No.
Good luck with that. That's the only feat I've yet to get in for the new episode.
It's broken somehow. I don't even know what extent.
I think it's still. Well, they did a hotfix, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. They did a hotfix Tuesday. I think they were supposed to do something with that, but I don't know if it's still working as intended or not.
I think even if the symbol was up, say you were healing, and he hit you while the healer symbol was up, I think it was screwing it up. Even if you didn't hit him, I think him hitting you was screwing it up. I'm not sure. But what we did, we went in there, and everyone just stood all the way to the door, and anyone who could be in tank roll went into tank roll and DPS them all the way up in the front of the room. And we got it that way.
So you just go in there with like 5 atomic tanks and you're fine.
Yeah, just go in there. Well, everyone was in DPS, but they switched to tank roll. You know what I mean? So they still have their DPS loadout. They just did a little less damage.
Yeah, but you go in
and
there
that way, the tank symbol don't come up, so we never, you never hit them like that. And that seemed to work. Did it a couple times like that. Because we tried to do it legit. We're calling it out and stopping and everything. And all the other times we tried it like that, we just couldn't get it to work for some reason, no matter what. So we were just like, we'll go in there and we'll have the tanks kill them. Because the tank symbol don't come up. So they're free to do whatever they want.
That's cool. Speaking of testing things out, there's a couple of new things on the test server. They announced earlier this week. Let me find the right. There it is. So a couple of new things are on test server. First of all, they've done some improvements to the character restore process. With some workings from behind the scenes, and they're bringing back link death, which is awesome.
Yeah, thank God. When you're an SM and somebody DCs or something, like that's a bad time. That sucks.
Yeah. So they're bringing back link death, so they're asking for folks to test that stuff out there. The character restore here, they improved the method of restoring deleted characters. And are welcoming additional testing to confirm the following social interactions are working correctly. Add friends to the restored character's friends list. Other accounts can add a recently restored character as a friend. Add a character to the restored character's ignore list. Other accounts can add a recently restored character to their ignore list. Send mail with and without an attachment to a restored character. League invite can be sent to a restored character, and player league-based access permission. Restored characters can be allowed access to other players' base. Wow. So if you deleted your toon and then restored it, you couldn't go anywhere or do anything.
No, I never even knew that. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I never knew. I've deleted one character on this game. I'll take that back. I've deleted two characters total on this game. One was an extra fire toon I had started up because I was like, this toon is going to be my main was going to be my fire tank, and then this other fire toon was going to be my fire DPS, and I was like, well, I could just get a second set of gear for my fire, for my main, and I had to worry about gearing up 2 toons. So I deleted that one, and then there was one other character I deleted. I can't remember what it was, though. But yeah, that was ages ago. So yeah, I had no idea this issue was going on with the restored characters. Wow.
You get one free restore character, don't you?
If you're a member.
Oh yeah, if you're a member.
Yeah. Membership has its privileges, folks.
Gotta be a member.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people aren't members sometimes. If you play this game religiously, it's just more beneficial.
Yeah.
Just to give them your money and get it over with. Yeah. I've just come to terms that DC is just going to take all my money.
Yeah, Jarrett's in the chat there. 500 station cash or 500 marketplace cash for premiums to restore a character. Wow. Then just don't delete your toons. You may come back.
People rage out and they delete their tunes.
Yeah.
I'd never do that.
Like American
Hero.
Hero
Stop playing for a few days.
American Hero deleted his tune while he was live streaming.
That's how to do it, though. If you're gonna go out, go out like that.
I know, but then he came back to the game, and now his name's American Hero 1. He couldn't even get his name back. Oh man. And with the link death, they're looking to test a fix that restores the link death functionality. So let them know if you're running any problems logging into the game after closing the game by pressing X at the top right hand corner of the DCUO game window. So basically, if you just like close out the window itself and not actually, I guess that basically kind of like simulates the game crashing on you.
That's how I shut it off all the time when I'm on PC.
So that officially
click that X.
Yeah, that officially puts you into the link death right there. I think it'd be saying. I think it's probably a similar thing as for with us just closing the app on PS4.
You know, sometimes you close the app though, and you don't get link dead.
Well, now, yeah, because link dead's not.
Even back before,
really,
it didn't always work. Yeah.
Huh. That's weird. Let's see here. Then on the live servers. This week we had a hotfix on the 2nd with starting with the Candor Central Tower. Candor now available for Task Force X Suicide Squad cross-faction matchmaking. Apparently it wasn't before. Lex Luthor and Superman will no longer have a blink ability. Instead they will charge and then AoE. That, I mean, I'm kind of glad about that because Lex, dude.
Listen, I didn't care about anything but that bunker buster, man.
Yeah. The damage radius, speaking of which, damage radius around Lex Luthor's LexCorp Surface Strike, his bunker buster attack, has been reduced. That thing was like, you'd see you would see the AOE and like you'd be like 5 feet away from me. You're like, okay, I'm good. I'm not in the AOE, and then bam, you're dead.
I'd be laughing at all the people standing there, and I'd get killed. I'd be like, yo, I'm not even in there. Chill. And they have those stealth bunker busters, which that's just like a little lag thing, but the sneaky ones they're not even there. Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
You see them do the teleport, and you're looking around, and you're like, wonder where it is, and it happens to be on you.
Yeah.
Working as intended. You're like, sneaky.
Let's see here. Superman's Fist Pound AoE no longer damages through walls. Nature Healers in Insectoid form will now correctly trigger Doomsday's Adaptive Resistance aura. Apparently that was a thing. That was one way for everybody to get that feat, I guess.
People getting killed through the wall by a Superman.
Yeah. Let's see here. Doomsday will no longer be able to have more than one distinct adaptive resistance aura on him at the same time. I've actually seen this where he had 2 on him after this hotfix. So I don't know if they're still looking at that or not. He had the DPS and the trolling one on him at the same time. I was like, dude. See, they fixed a bug where the resistance futile feat was failing when it shouldn't have. Superman's ground pound ability damage has been reduced, and Superman now has a tell before he uses his ground pound combo. So, some nerfs there and adjustments to a raid that actually wasn't that difficult, like we were saying earlier. Wasn't that difficult to begin with?
A little easy. It's quicker than a duo.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so you saw Obsidian Chill's video when they ran it on test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like burned through it in like 11 minutes. I was like, man, that's it? I was like, jeez.
And you could do it 10, 11 minutes without even hustling.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are longer.
Let's see here. The 4-player Operation Rage Impurity, the chance of a Red Lantern trap appearing in an inaccessible location should be greatly reduced. Darkseid's War Factory. This raid is now available for Task Force X Suicide Squad cross-faction matchmaking. I actually ran it on the villain side today. Hey, what's up, Chillcat? I didn't run it. No, I got invited into an instance. It was on the villain side. It was a villain instance. And then the group just fell apart before we even did the first boss or something. I don't know. It was weird.
It was a strong group.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, they'd cleared the ads all the way up to the first boss. That was the thing that was astounded me. I was like, what the hell? Let's see here, research and development. That's the big thing here. Everybody's pretty happy about this. I know I was happy about it because I do some of the R&D crafting. But for those of you out there who weren't doing it because of the cost on it, the costs have been greatly reduced. See, the legs, waist, back, and chest now require only 3 fused scraps instead of 4. The ring now only requires 4, down from 6. Face is now 4, down from 5. Feet, hands, shoulders, and helmet now requires 7, down from 10. And the weapon, utility belt, trinket, and neck now require 8, down from 12. As somebody who has actually had to craft their first weapon before, when Black as Night dropped, I didn't see a 136 weapon until I crafted it.
You don't have to tell everybody you crafted it. Hashtag favoritism. You don't have to make it seem.
No, dude, shut up. All right, Shut up.
You have to make it seem like you had to craft something.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of hearing this crap. No, I had to craft my first 136 weapon, dude. I did.
I know. I remember that. That sucks. That's a lot of marks or a lot of scraps.
Oh my god, it was horrible.
And a lot of marks too, because you got to buy the plans and then the fused plan, and then you got to buy all those, what are they, material enhancers or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. It was a pain. It took me a while.
Costs you more than a weapon.
Yeah, it does.
To craft it.
It does. But yeah, so that's a good thing for the R&D part as far as crafting gear is concerned, in my opinion. I'm really glad to see they did this. It's going to make it easier for me to finish off some of my alts now, too, before the next episode drops in 5 or 6 months.
One thing that I don't like that they did was they nerfed the scraps. Like, sometimes you salvage one and you get a dud, and it doesn't give you a scrap for it. I think that was like a bad move.
No, I think you'll always get scraps for it. It's just sometimes you're not getting simple or complex with some of the greens.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I don't get any scraps. I get one of those little things. I'll have to check on it. That's because the scraps are tied into RNG, just like gear drops are. So every time you craft a green, you're guaranteed to get a 2. You're guaranteed to get 2 scraps out of a green. You're guaranteed to get 4 out of a blue. You're guaranteed to get 6 out of a purple. And let me tell you something. I almost consistently get 2s out of greens, 4s out of blues, and 6 out of a freaking purple. You really get 6 out of a purple?
Drives me fucking crazy. Drives me crazy. I've seen people posting up the range on how many scraps you can get from these things is so huge. It's I've seen people post up pictures they got 346 scraps from a blue piece. I'm like, oh my god.
That'd be the day.
I think the most I've ever gotten was 36, and that was from a purple.
36? Holy crap.
Yeah.
I don't get nothing like that.
Well, I've gotten that once, dude, and it's like I said, it's very rare. It usually takes me running all the tier 8 content, the daily tier 8 content. It takes me about 2 to 3 days to get enough for 1 fused scrap.
I wonder how many scraps I have now. Oh my god, you'll never guess how many scraps I have. 666. Jesus. That's a terrible amount.
That's like the combat power level for that Magmar that somebody put at the Westboro Baptist Church, Jim. Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody put a Magmar at the Westboro Baptist Church, named it Satan, all right? And his combat power was 666. That man is a genius troll.
I can't get over this Harley voice. I just did the solo here.
Yeah.
Not a fan of it.
Yeah. There's just a couple of lines that kind of grate on me a little bit with that voice. She does a decent job, but there's just a couple of lines that just grate on me every time I hear them.
It could be too, because maybe I'm so used to the old one.
Yeah. Well, nobody gets better than Tara Strong doing that voice, so.
No, once you get used to something too, and you heard it for all those years, yeah, that's kind of like the voice you have in your head about it.
Also, for all of you who were playing yesterday, we got another hotfix. Thursday here, we got the new PvP map and the new PvP gear dropped. You've been in the Bell Rev map now, right?
Just once.
Just once.
I just wanted to go see what it looked like. Then I went back to Legends.
Well, actually, you can run that on Legends now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can run it. Yeah, it's out for Arenas and Legends. There's only one win feat for it. It's under the PvP Arenas thing, but wins in Legends and Arenas counts towards the same feat.
Oh, I didn't know it happened in Legends was in there.
Yep. Yep, so it's out. It's really cool map. I like it. I have yet to... I've only seen one person go over there and get too close to the guards, and it was hilarious. Because he was, like, trying to hide.
It's nice and small. That's what I like.
Yeah,
you just go in there,
nice and small,
kill things, die, and it's over.
The ceiling on it, I think, might be a little bit too high on the outer rim side because the ceiling drop in the middle. Oh, excuse me, and that's pretty big. But around the edges, you can go pretty high up. And like earlier today, we had some guy that was, he'd gone in there tanking originally, and then came back out in DPS stance, and he was up in the air trying to flame cascade everybody. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna.
Oh God.
I was like, we are murdering you.
There's nothing more I hate than flyers in PvP, man. Stop flying. I just gave up and I do that to people now. I pick Cersei and I just fly. Screw it. I'm Cersei being a pain in the ass. Everybody does it to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than the flyers in there, which I mean, they're not that hard to get out of the air, but when they keep freaking going up into the air, that's the thing that annoys the shit out of me. In there, and it just makes everybody want to focus fire and murder them even harder.
There's just some things that get me in PvP. Flying people who, when they're almost dead, they start running away and doing all kind of... Just die, man. Stop running away. Like, if someone is killing me, I just let them kill me. I don't start running away just because I'm dying. Like, it's okay. You can die. It's not real life. You're going to come back. Like, I don't get it sometimes.
Yeah. Another thing, too, I think is a minor issue with the map is there's, like, too many little, like, nooks and crannies people can go and hide behind to try and AFK. There's one thing I cannot stand, man, is people who AFK in matches.
Oh, I've never got a whole couple sets of gear doing that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a PS3 at my garage, and the one day while I was at work, for like 2-3 days when I was a villain, I was just queuing up and hanging out, getting my marks. But I didn't say that. I would never do something like that. Most of the time you got in there, though, and the other person was doing it too, you were like, hell yeah, let's go. Standoff.
So who can AFK the longest? Whatever. You bums. Anyways.
It's quicker just for me to go in there and get my ass kicked, though.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just, I mean, if you're just going to throw the match, then, throw it. Dude, just throw it. Go in there and just, let us kill you. Instead of, making me chase you down. You know what, J2, I have not heard that from Meps. I have not heard that from Meps, whether he was going to show something. Let us show something. Well, actually, I'm going to talk. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit here because I was a little disappointed yesterday. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Also, of course, with this map came the new Deadshot PvP gear, which this is not a new season. This is just a new set of gear. It's only one CR increase for getting this gear. So it's 101. You'll have CR 101 PvP gear when you go into arenas. And something that I found out today, and this is something that I mean, I know you I know you don't PvP very much, but something that really annoyed me. I had full 100 gear before, and I had in it was the prefab 6 experts and all that for
The stats are worse on them, isn't it?
I modded at full precision with 6 experts. No, the stats for this were the same for the prefabs. The mods you can get from the PvP vendor. The stats were exactly the same. But so now that I'm getting this new gear, I'm modding it. I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw 8s in this gear. So I've gotten the chest and the leg so far. We've been PvP. We haven't been like hitting it really hard. But I've gotten the chest and the leg so far. Thrown into precision 8 mods into those things, and I go into arenas and my precision is.
Oh, and you hit the cap quick, don't you?
Yeah.
So you kind of waste just putting those mods in.
It is so freaking annoying.
Yeah, people in my league were talking about that. I wasn't paying much attention of it. No, because I know PvP. I was like, whatever.
That really bothers me. And as we talk near the next few episodes, I'm actually gonna talk to see if I can get a few people that PvP a lot that I know. I know some of you guys out there may know Trick Daisy. If he can find the time, he just had a new kid. So I don't know what his time is. I haven't seen him on the game in a while. So he's probably wrapped up in that new baby he's got. But I want to have him on here and all that, and somewhere down the road, and see if we can talk. We're going to talk about some PvP issues and everything like that. Including this ridiculous, being capped.
With the PvP stuff, like the caps and buffs, like I don't mind if you're buffing up a lower player, but I don't think you should ever take away from somebody who's earned some stats.
Yeah, OG Mentor. As far as your stats, is at least for precision. I don't know what the cap is for might right now, but I go into arenas right now. My stats in with my skill points and the gear I've got on, my precision is 37-31. All right, and I go into arenas, and my precision's like nerfed down to like 3600, which isn't that much, but once you get a full set of gear with 8 mods in it, that's a lot. It's going to end up being a lot. So no, chill. It doesn't turn into a pay to win scenario. Like I said, we're gonna get into don't start at me right now, chill. We're gonna get into a discussion about this, in another episode. I might have you on too. All right.
I just hate when they take people's stats away.
Yeah, that's the thing that bothers me the most. That's the thing that bothers me. And what's the point in me grinding out all these skill points? Getting these 8 mods. Getting the gear. When you're just going to, take it away. And I know the arguments made by some people out there that it's like, well, if you're getting beat by somebody with less skill points and less gear than you, then maybe you're just not as good as you are. And I'm like, okay, well, that person's getting buffed, and I'm having to fight somebody with one arm tied behind my back.
I totally understand the buffing people. Because you want to help out new players and stuff. But like I said, that taken away, man. And some people, if you ground out 170 skill points, that's a lot of skill points. And then to have some of your stats taken away.
Chill, the only thing I will say to your argument right there about people having to buy the episodes to get the feats so they can raise their skill points up and all that for the stats is that if they're looking for some way to make money off of PvP... There you go.
That's the way right there.
There you go. And inadvertently, they'll be making some money off of PvP by allowing us to have uncapped stats.
Because some people just want to play the game for free.
Yeah.
And only PvP. And, I mean, that's cool. Yeah. But Just because somebody wants to play like that, it shouldn't hinder somebody else.
Exactly. And, some people just want to play this game for free and then want FNL to come back so they can win all the FNL tournaments and then not have to pay anything to switch powers or buy Legends tunes off of their winnings. Anyways, moving on.
I'm staying out of that.
Moving on. Along with the new PvP map and the new PvP gear, they are doing a bonus PvP weekend where you're going to be earning double the rewards in PvP. That is Legends and Arenas, folks. So double the marks for Marks of Valor and double the marks of Legends you get for winning and, unfortunately, for losing. Me personally, I would have been like, all right, you get double the marks if you win. You get the regular marks if you AFK and lose.
Don't be taking away my losing marks now.
I'm not taking away your losing marks. You're still going to get your losing marks. You're still going to get the marks, but they just be double.
I want my double losing marks. Come on now.
You just want to be a double loser, don't you?
Jeez, I want my participation trophy.
Yeah, you want your that's what I was about to say. You want your little participation.
I just want to show up and win, even when I don't win. Come on.
But that is lasting. That is lasting well from yesterday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, or when the content was released, until August 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific. So make sure you guys get your PvP in this weekend.
I need to get on it. I really do. Maybe I'll get my 99 set.
Dude, man, if you hit it, go in there and hit it hard, man. You get your.
I could only do like 10 PvP matches, and then I'm done. And I've had
it. You're not doing it with the right people, then, man.
No, like even if I'm in there with a good squad and we're winning every match, I don't know, man. I'm just done in like 10 matches. I'm like, that's good. I do enjoy the Legends. Sometimes I could do Legends for a while. As long as the flash, everyone on the other team is at 4 flashes holding triangle on me, I'm cool.
Well, speaking of which, we'll get to that in a minute. Also, yesterday they released on the marketplace the DCUO Bombshells Harley Quinn styles. Have you gotten those yet?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm rocking this jacket. I look fly as hell.
That jacket is badass, dude. I love that jacket.
It's my new style, man.
The jacket awesome. And the boots. The jacket and the boots just sold it for me.
Yeah, I like the boots too.
I'm not too crazy about the shorts on the guys,
Oh, come on. They were all you. I saw that thing.
That was just me showing off the whole style, man. All right? It's like
don't lie. You have that saved in an armory. Come on.
No. No, I took the shorts off. I put the Arctic gear legs go really well with those fucking with those.
Yeah, those are cool looking legs. I like them.
I thought I was in the game for a second and we were just bullshitting.
I'm a dummy. What I did was when I was doing the feats, for some reason, I collected the gear on my alt to complete that feat and not on my main. I have no idea why I did that. And now I don't have like the Arctic gear on this guy. I have like the goggles. That's it. And the legs are one of the cool pieces, man. They go really good with like the Gotham Knight boots. Yeah. I think it is.
Yeah. I've got the Harley Quinn boots on. The one style which I do have saved to an armory. I've got the jacket. I've got the gloves on there. The beach glasses, the aviators, man, they just look great.
I love that.
They look great with that jacket, dude. They look great with that jacket. I got the Arctic gear legs, but the Arctic gear legs. The reason why I went to Arctic gear legs is because like all the other pants styles, they either clipped or they looked like they were like tucked in real tight into the boot. But with the Arctic gear, is you got that like. They look like it looks like it's bloused. That's what they call it. That's what they call it in the Army, and the Marine Corps, and the Navy, and the Air Force too. When you blouse your trousers up over your boots and all that, looks really good.
I want a pair of regular work boots that are tied. I'm not gangster, you know. I like to tie my shoes so they ain't falling off. And I just want like a pair of regular work boots.
Yeah, well, that's why I like those Harley Quinn boots. They look like a pair of work boots somebody, would be wearing.
I'd like a set of them though that were tied, with no socks.
Yeah.
And that my pants went over. Because who tucks their pants into their boots?
Yeah, well, like I said, it's like even the military, when they blouse their pant legs up over their boots like that, to where it looks like it's up above their boots, they don't actually tuck the pant legs into them. There's like these little straps you can get that you put on the inside of the pant leg, and then you like fold the pant leg up over them.
So, see, I can see that if you're in the military, man, but I'm trying to be a superhero here.
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
I guess by that reasoning, I should have my underwear outside of my clothes.
Mysterion does it. Let's see here. Moving on here. Well, everything's in this hotfix. The affinity bonuses, affinity bonus mods that trigger while wearing elite gear will now work if used while form change into a nature, ice, gadgets, or mental form. What gadgets form?
Spells.
Oh, that would be it then. I
didn't even hear what you were reading because I'm in the Harley Quinn duo, and I just realized this guy is nature, and I'm trying to kick him out.
Can you kick people from my duo now?
No.
I was gonna say.
I always come into duos though, man, and I always come in with like a nature and an electric guy, and I look at the scoreboard, and there's like 2 other people that I've been in here, and they just left. Like, come on, it's a duo. You could tough it out with a nature or electric guy for that 10 minutes. It's okay.
You just can't do it in a raid. For some reason, there's a bug with with electricity that if you go into a raid as an electricity DPS and you throw electrocute out, you immediately end up back in the watchtower.
I died when I saw that red. That was hilarious. I was literally crying at my house laughing. I was like, this is the best post I've seen in a long time on the forums. This guy's using wolf form. He's a brave soul.
Let's see here. Other things, they fixed an issue in the Kandor Tower where the Lex Superman fight, where fire visual effects would disappear, but damage would continue. So appreciate that. The following unattuned weapon box tooltips have been updated with the correct item level, and the icons on the box will now match the weapons. Basically, it looks like it's all of the runed weapons. Well, yeah, there's a list of weapons there. Runic blaster gloves, runic hand wraps.
I think there's a glitch with you getting double loot in those T4 raids right now.
Oh, really?
Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that right now. Never mind. There's no glitch where you're getting double loot in those instances.
Let's see here. And in Legends, Batman Robin, the Batarang Flurry, they reduce the counter attack damage to match other weapons. And this is for you, Crappy. The Flash, the Hasten Burst, they reduce the counter attack damage and the normal attack damage. And Hasten Burst counter immunity now behaves like other weapon attack counters. So that was all for you.
It'd be nice if, because I like the Flash as a character. He's like my favorite Legends character. But it's hard to play him because of the block break, because you go through people. I wish when you block broke them, you stopped. You just headbutted them and stopped. Because say you're in like Arkham Asylum, 4v4, and you're on that middle node right there trying to capture, and you block break someone, boom, you're instantly off the edge. And then you have to try to super speed your way back up, running on everything upside down and backwards 15 times before you get back up. And that turns into a little bit of a hassle.
That's about as far as I'm going to go with you, Horace, with your mummy backup. I will support a mummy trinket.
A mummy trinket?
Yeah, just a mummy balloon. Like the unicorn trinket. A mummy balloon lair item.
Oh, yeah, we got trolled so hard on that. So many of us were like, we were bitching left and right about that. And then it was just a balloon.
It cracked me up too. Because everybody was like, "Man, you're wasting all this time making a stupid layer item when you could be fixing this glitch or this mechanic and everything." I was like, "Dude, that probably took one guy in the art department, or one designer, 10 minutes to make." I mean, seriously, that is probably one of the worst drawn unicorns I've ever seen, and it looks like he hand wrote trinket on there with a mouse on bitmaps.
It was a good troll. It was a real good troll, though. I got to give him that.
Let's see here, and then of course they've got this going on here. This right here, folks. So you see, if you have not seen the full set of Deadshot gear from for the PvP gear set, here's what it looks like on the males and females. Here they have a nice little post up here with their announcement for the PvP.
It's not bad. It's actually not bad. I like it. It's not something I would wear, but it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I like the hands. The hands with the little blasters on them. I think that would be pretty cool for if you use hand blasters.
They're kind of like the Hive Defender hands in a way.
Yeah. But that rifle slung on the back, I like that a lot.
I like that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's something different than what we got going on.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw a dude the first day, he already had the set of it, except for the feet. I was like, man, you should go outside. I've been busting everybody's balls, telling them to go outside for years. And now we can't get people to go inside because they're all cracking on this Pokemon stuff.
Which I thought was hilarious yesterday when I messaged you, and you're like, dude, I'm in a freaking hardware store trying to play Pokemon right now. I'm like, what?
I was at Sam's Club with the old lady, and women take forever to buy stuff. And I was like, you know what? All right, then go over here, play some Pokemon Go. I was trying to hatch this damn egg, and I never have the app open because I really don't play it that much. And I was like, this is a big ass place. I was like, I'll keep this app open, put my phone in my pocket, walk around, trying to hatch this egg. Still can't hatch that thing.
Yeah, no,
I tried to cheat and do it in the car, but if you go over 15 miles an hour,
I've been able to do it if I stay under 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to remember that.
People have been finding all sorts of different ways to do it. Like you put it on a turntable for a record. You can hatch an egg that way. If you put it on your ceiling fan.
Yeah, I was watching a podcast. I watch PKA, Painkiller already. I watch those guys. And one of the dudes, he has a toy train. he puts his phone and rubber bands it onto this toy train. And I guess he has a decently long track. That's how he does it. I thought that was pretty funny. He was doing it during the show. He's like, here, this is what I do. So I could take it a while, though.
See, and for those of you guys out there who have not seen it already, this is, of course, the Bombshell Harley style that you can get on the marketplace. So what it looks like
the jacket is sweet.
Yeah, the jacket on the guys and the females just looks awesome. Listen, I don't know about the shorts on the guys, but Arctic gear legs.
Even the boots aren't bad.
The boots are. I love the boots, man. Cool. I love the boots. Boots are awesome.
That's even a cool style for a chick.
Yeah. Yep. But along with this, they're doing a sweepstakes. Did you hear about this? I didn't even hear about this. I was just looking at the forums and saw this. Using already existing in-game styles, dress your hero or villain up in Suicide Squad-inspired looks. So anybody from the movie, basically. Take a screenshot of your character in the outfit that would make even Amanda Waller look twice at you. And you could be one of the 10 winners who will randomly be selected to receive the in-game Harley Quinn DC Bombshell style. See, limited 1 entry per person. You have 2 ways to enter. Upload your entry directly to their sweepstakes site, or you can follow and tweet it to @DCUO using the hashtag DCUO Squad Sweeps. So yeah, I've actually seen a couple entries. People doing their characters up like Katana and all that. That's actually a kind of cool looking Killer Croc right there in that picture.
I can't change my style. I'm just a plain jeans guy.
Plain jeans, plain
Just one
jeans,
of these jeans.
plain jeans, Harley jacket, and granny goodness freaking hair.
Oh, what? I've been rocking the polar bear hat lately.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I like the polar bear
It's the
hat.
middle of summer, man.
Hey, I look so cool that gotta keep warm.
But yes, that's it for news this week here. As far as what's been released and what's been put out, last week Meps was talking about to go back to what J2 was talking about earlier. J2 last week Meps popped in and I asked him if he had anything else because he let us know about Bell Rev being available for Legends on test last week, and I was like, anything else you want to put out this week or anything like that? And he's like, no, 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 but maybe next week, maybe next week. Um, I was like, all right, cool, cool, cool. So I went in, I left last week's episode thinking to myself, man, I'm going to get to show off this. The Sourcecast is going to be where everybody's going to see that they're putting the Harley style out on the marketplace, right? And then SJ tweeted out a picture of it yesterday. I'm like, ah! I was like, no!
I like new styles.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I really like about DC. The customization is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm all about looks. I gotta look cool.
I saw Horace in the chat earlier. He was talking about they need to add more styles to the marketplace and all that. What kind of styles would you like to see on the marketplace?
Don't say the marketplace, Horace. Come on, can't you just say for free? They can put them in lockboxes. When are these time capsules coming out? We got an ETA on that?
I don't know.
Or do we just have a soon?
Yeah. Well, soon was SOE. Eventually is Daybreak. So
Eventually?
Yeah, it's eventually going to be on there. But no, what kind of styles would you like to see? On the
Me?
yeah.
I'm a casual guy, so I'd like to see maybe like a pair of ripped jeans, like they got some holes in the knees or on the leg or something. Just some casual stuff like that. Maybe like a nice long sleeve shirt that doesn't have like weird looking sleeves on it and shit. Oops, bad words. I don't know, just casual stuff. I feel like we have enough spandex in the game. Like if you want to dress your guy up wearing spandex and wearing your underwear inside or outside your clothes, like we have plenty of those styles, but we don't have enough normal styles. Maybe a pair of jeans that's like a little looser fitting.
Right.
Just a couple more casual things.
As far as styles, what I would like to see is I'd like to see them. First of all, I'd like to see them change the lantern weapon styles up to the way they look in that duo that you do with Hal and Sinestro.
Oh yeah, those are really cool looking.
I'd love to see them change the weapon styles up for the lanterns up to those styles. But that's what I want to see. I want to see some weapon style packs. We haven't seen weapon style packs in a while, but I want to see an iconic weapon style pack. That's what I want to see. I want to see, Wonder Woman's shield, Harley's two-hander, Steel's two-hander, Joker's pistols, Two-Face's Tommy gun.
I would definitely be down for that.
The Penguin's umbrella. What else is there? What other
Oh yeah, the
styles?
Penguin's umbrella would be a cool rifle style,
Yeah,
or a one-handed.
yeah. An actual crowbar style for a one-hander
Man,
in the
I would be
future.
all over that.
Well, there kind of already is a crowbar style. No, it's the turf style. You can get it from running the Strikers Island and Ace Chemicals missions. Those T4 missions. You can get it from running those.
Does it look
But
like a crowbar?
yeah, it looks like a crowbar, but it's got barbed wire wrapped around it.
I don't think I've ever seen it
It's
before.
called the turf style.
Gotta look through my styles and see. Might have to hunt that down. I'll have to look for a picture of it online first.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some more iconic stuff from, or not iconic, but more styles from the TV shows that they got going on.
Yeah.
Like The Flash and Supergirl, stuff like that. Like
know,
Zoom. We need that evil Zoom style.
Yeah. We need to get evil Zoom. We need to get Zoom for Legends.
That head. Yeah, that would be awesome.
We need to get Zoom for Legends. We're still waiting on Grodd for Legends too. But if they introduce,
I think Grodd would be really cool.
The TV styles for Green Arrow and the Flash and Zoom would be awesome. Wonder Woman movie style, very good illusion.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Be awesome.
More of those would be really nice.
Aaron Arrow's talking about ski hats and knit caps. I'd like to see a backwards ball cap. That's what I want to see. A backwards ball cap.
Yeah, that'd be something neat. That'd go with my casualness.
So what do you think about that Wonder Woman movie? Did you see the trailer?
I saw the trailer, yeah. I like the Wonder Woman.
It looks like it's going to be
I thought she was cool in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
I think she's a good actor for it. A lot of people were like, oh, she's not built enough. But I don't know. I think she fits it really well.
Yeah.
Maybe just because she's good looking.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see CinemaSins did a video for... There we go. You back?
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
My God. I don't even know what happened. I have no clue what was going
on. My Discord here, it was like, I disconnected from it again. It was trying to connect. I'm not sure what happened. I think I had like a lag spike in my internet or something.
It's that Windows computer that was getting you in trouble.
Probably one of my kids, firing something up. That I don't know. But
I have to go through this and figure out how to work it too.
Yeah, I need to.
I clicked on general, but I clicked on the wrong general. I guess is it the one with the hashtag general in front of it?
No, that's like the chat.
It's the lower one where it says voice channels. Yeah. All right, yeah. See, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
I was just panicking.
Well, that's the first time. That's actually honestly that's the first time we've had. I think we've had an issue with Discord on here.
Working as intended.
I think Britt's had some issues with Discord a couple of times though too. But yeah, you watched that YouTube channel CinemaSins, right?
No.
Oh man,
which one is that?
It's just called CinemaSins. You look it up on YouTube and all. You can go to it. They basically really count up how many sins a movie has committed, right? And they did one on Batman versus Superman. It was just hilarious.
I thought that was a pretty decent movie, and some people were all going crazy about it.
All right. I've had this discussion many times with people. Right? I liked it for what it was. As a comic book fan, I loved it. As a comic book fan, I loved the movie. I love the fact that it's the first time live action we got to see the three the pillars, the Holy Trinity for DC. It's the first time we got to see them on screen, and so for that, I completely loved the movie. Looking at it from a critic standpoint, though, it has had some serious issues.
See, I'm not deep into the lore, and I don't read the comic books and everything, but like I watch the TV shows and the movies and everything. So for me, I mean, it was cool. But I guess if you were more into the comic books and you knew all the background stories and how there's 12 versions of Superman and all this stuff like that, like I guess I could see people's issues from there. But for someone like me who just casually watches the stuff, I thought it was cool.
See, my main issue was with it, and it was more from a casual standpoint too, was just the way that it portrayed Superman as like this, should we trust him? Meanwhile, I mean, they're having conversations on whether or not Superman can be trusted, and whether or not he should be helping people. And the whole time when people are having this discussion, like off camera or whatever like that, or they're like showing clips of these people on talk shows and everything having this conversation. They're showing clips of Superman saving people from a flood, saving a little girl from a warehouse fire, saving cosmonauts from an exploding rocket. And it was just ridiculous the way they portrayed that with people's reactions to him being here. For me and everything. Now the Ultimate Edition, I don't know if you saw the Ultimate Edition. Actually, you're the reason why I got to see the Ultimate Edition, because you tweeted out that link for it.
Oh yeah, you watched the bootleg link.
Yeah. I watched that Ultimate Edition, and there's clips in there that were not in the theatrical release that explain a lot.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
because that's the one I watched.
They explain a lot more in detail on why everybody was like, it's like, oh man, I don't know if Superman should be doing this stuff and everything. And it turned out to be this elaborate plot and everything. It's like, it's like the woman that they showed testifying before that Senate committee and everything was just straight up lying about everything, and because she was put up to it. To lie about everything, and that wasn't explained at all in the theatrical release.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this is all right. The Ultimate Edition, it made more sense out of that.
I could see where you would get a different story than if you didn't know some of that stuff.
Yeah. And then, the parts with that one actress that was cut out, and everybody was like, whoa, is she playing Batgirl? Is she playing Oracle? Blah, 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 and all that. And she ended up being just some Star Lab scientist and all that. There's a conversation between her and Lois in there after that bombing at the Capitol building, where, it's revealed that, the reason why Superman didn't see that dude was sitting on a wheelchair filled with explosives was because it was lined with lead.
Was that not in the movie?
No, that was not in the theatrical release at all. So the whole premise of did he even try to do anything? Could he have why didn't he see it? Blah blah blah. That's tossed out the window right there. That whole argument and premise is tossed out the window right there with the explanation that fucking wheelchair was lined with lead. I was so annoyed.
How about that setup, though?
That was
a good setup.
Yeah, I mean, just too bad, freaking Lex Luthor was such a kook.
He wasn't my ideal Lex Luthor.
Oh my God, no!
But I feel like he really didn't do that bad of a job. But I feel like he could have played a better Joker and a better Lex
Luthor. Exactly. I'm not going to get into this conversation again. I've had this conversation about my Batman vs Superman way too many times. So I don't know if I want to get into this with you this week or not. No, we'll save it for next week. We're going to talk with Crappy about what he would like to see with nature next week.
Oh, that's a long discussion.
That's why I said we'll get into that next week.
Electric in nature, please help us. Help us. Free us from our eternal healing state.
Well, Beps was on here a couple weeks ago, and I was joking with him, telling him I was like, I just tell people and all that the fix they're coming out for nature and electricity is they're.
Oh, and I think he agreed.
Yeah,
we'll just put the DPS all out. I was like, no. I was like, please.
So he didn't agree with it. He said that's one way to go. That'd probably be the easiest way to go about it. I'm sure. But I mean, the main thing is keeping these powers from getting up there right now is this weapon balance, which, from my understanding, which obviously it's taking a while with the weapons balance, and probably because there's a lot involved in it to make sure these weapons are all balanced out.
Yeah, because they're going over weapons, probably weapon mastery, so many different weapon combos. Like that is definitely a bunch of work.
Yeah.
And with one of my favorite guys gone, that's probably, they're probably down a man or so. He was a gem.
All right. But yeah, we'll have that conversation next week. Depending on unless we got some big news that comes out, we'll have that conversation next week for sure.
Big news: Nature and Electric getting updated.
The changes are on test right now. Next week.
Right now, really? Let me turn my computer on.
No, I'm predicting that for next week.
I'd like them to get all their stuff straightened out, but at the same time, get that straightened out too.
Yeah.
Because they got a lot of work to do with Stats Matter. I'll be happy for Stats Matter too and the CR stuff when that goes away, because I hate the CR stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Stats Matter coming. So so long as if stats are going to matter in PvE, they need to matter in PvP though. That's just putting that out there. I'm putting that out there. But anyways, let's go ahead and we'll get into this. Like I said, I'll do a little thing for the shameless plug here for next week's show. But for right now, where can we find you at, Crappy, as far as social media goes?
You could just put in Crappy Heels in anywhere, in YouTube, Twitter.
That's Heels with
an S. I guess that's it.
That's Crappy
Heels with an S. Crappy Heels with a Z.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know who that is.
That's an entirely different person.
I get some backlash from that guy sometimes. People are like, "Oh, you kicked me out of a group one day," and I was like, "I didn't. I swear. I promise I didn't." And then they say who it was, and I was like, "No, that's not me."
Dude, I got a message from somebody the other day saying that they were going to report me because they said I scammed them. I'm like, I have no idea who you are. And they're like, yeah, I was on my villain, and you said you were going to give me this, and you didn't. You took my payment, and you just ran off. And I'm like,
it was Robot Superpatriot.
I was like, dude, I am never on. I'm like hardly ever on my villain, and if I am, it's just to trade collections between them that I'm passing down. And he was like, yeah, it is because I inspected you and all that, and your PSN was the daddy's house. Well, that's not my PSN.
Someone ripped you off good.
Somebody grabbed up my freaking channel name and used it for their PSN, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I was like,
hey, guy,
this is jacked up, man. What the hell?
And they're scamming people.
Yeah. So I did a PSN search and found the guy, and I'm like, So yeah, if you
guys want nice,
yeah, that's just fantastic. I love it when people do that crap. That and the Robot Superpatriots of the world.
What a community! Listen, Robot Superpatriot is awesome, though.
That guy was such a douchebag.
The stuff he used to say in chat.
I used to get so much hate. I used to get so much hate because of that guy, man.
Oh, I could believe it because he said some pretty foul things. God, I don't even know how he was allowed to keep saying that in chat.
Yeah. I used to get so much hate for that.
I guess nobody ever reported him because he did say some funny stuff sometimes.
Yeah. But
I mean, he had me laughing. If you were there, I'm sure sometimes you would have laughed at some of the stuff that he said.
I've seen some of the stuff that he said, and I laughed at some of it, but then I realized people thought it was me saying it, but then that was stuff that I would never say like that in a public channel. And I'm like, no, that's not me, you jerk.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that because the other people that have names look crappy in them and stuff, and then I get the blowback from it every time one of them does something bad, and somebody thinks it's me.
Yeah,
because I don't kick people out of groups and stuff. I don't care what power you are or what you got going on. Don't bother me. Like, we'll get through it.
But yeah, J2, we're gonna talk about nature and stuff next week. That gives you a reason to come back. You like that? Like that? Anyways, you can find me at youtube.com/daddy'shouse. I'm also on facebook.com/daddy'shouse, the Daddy's House, and you can find me on the Twitter at the Daddy's House here. As far as the Sourcecast itself, you can find the video version of it on my YouTube channel. Obviously, we are streaming here on twitch.tv/the Daddy's House. Live every Friday night at 7 p.m. For the audio version, you want to go to trexlight.com. If the audio version is not up for it, pester him until I am capable of doing it myself. But
it will be all Trex's fault.
But even then, I have to even until I'm able to actually pull the audio myself and all that. It's still up to him to put it on iTunes and stuff. So get on him about that, please. It's not my fault.
Do you have the capabilities of streaming yourself on the test server? You have that figured out?
Yeah, I can probably work that out here. Yeah, there's an upgrade to Twitch that I actually have to pay for in order to be able to switch between different. Well, not really. No, I just have to set up a different scene for that.
What about streaming me and you on the test server at the same time?
I could probably do that. Yeah, like I said, I think I just need to set up a different scene for that. I have not made that attempt as of yet to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that works.
I can do it. I could probably do that. Yeah.
I know how to stream. That's about it.
But yeah, when new stuff gets thrown on tests and all that, I'm probably going to end up trying, figure that out exactly how to do it, and then we'll do some test server stuff. Let's just unfortunately, until probably not going to see any new content for the next 5 to 6 months. End of the year. But end of the year is going to be, the next episode is going to be Amazon Fury 3. So that's going to be awesome.
I'd imagine there will be some stuff in between, though, because Stats Matter is going to come out before that episode, right?
Well, it's like you said,
or DLC.
Yeah, stuff in between. We've already gotten, the PvP, the new arena that came with feats, came with win feats. We have not seen a PvP map come with win feats since frickin' Last Laugh, which is awesome. And new set of PvP gear. No, it's not a new season, but it's something to hold us over until a new season can be done. We got Stats Matter coming up. We got the time capsules coming up this year, rest of this year. So yeah, get out there. In the meantime, if you guys are trying to figure out what to do, before between now and Amazon Fury 3, I highly suggest if you're feeling up to it and everything like that, work on alts, man. Work on alts. I've been working on alts and I've been having a lot of fun. Working on my alts, using powers I've never really used before. I started DPSing with Hardlight the other day. Never, like last week. Never freaking DPS with it before, and I'm having a blast with it.
Hey, now's the time, though, that everybody could be getting their skill points, though.
Yeah, grind your feats up, man. Get your feats up, man, because like we were just saying, stats matter. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Pretty soon, you guys are going to be running a raid, and you're going to be 175, and then some 160 is going to come in with, 150 more skill points than you, and he's going to blow you away. And you're going to be so mad.
Power that uses precision, stats are huge.
Yeah.
With precision and weapon powers.
So hard light and celestial users out there, man, you guys are gonna be, whew. Yeah.
We just forget about nature and electric, don't you?
Well,
and no mention on those guys. I see how it is.
I'm waiting for the update. I'm waiting for the update with them, man. Waiting for the update with those guys. That's all. You'll be fine.
Maybe it'll all come out at once. Nature, electric, water.
It's gonna happen, Crappy. It's gonna happen. All right.
I'm excited for water too.
Why is 35%er in PvP so dang OP? Because that's the only thing that can kill anything in PvP right now. Oh my god. I feel like I'm hitting with pillows in there.
I love the 35%ers.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that they actually work again. That's nice. Because once you get down, you got that guy in the bag a lot of times.
Yeah.
And some 35%ers definitely work a little bit better than some others, and that should be adjusted a little bit.
Honestly, Illusion, you know what? I'm going to be completely honest about something with what you just said there. Bryce Allen is probably the only person out of that group that I would want to have a conversation with. Because the other guys, all they do is they group up and they try and talk over anybody else. But I'm not going to get into that right now. We're going to have a PvP discussion in a couple of weeks. Next week, we're going to talk about what's new with DCUO, and we're going to talk about nature and electric. But on behalf of Crappy here, I want to thank you all for coming by and listening to the podcast this week. Things ran a lot smoother, except for the little mishap we had with Discord there, but that's all going to be good.
Things are going to get pretty exciting in the future.
Yeah, things are going to be so good in the future. So good in the future.
I got some surprises.
Uh-oh. You got some surprises.
No, I just like to lead people on.
Oh, okay.
But then when I do have a surprise, everyone will be like, "Oh my god!" And I'll be like, "Yeah, dude, that's what I meant."
yeah, that's what I was talking about the whole time.
Yep, remember that one time I said surprises? There you go.
But yeah, thanks again, you guys, for all stopping by. Appreciate you guys all. Welcome, Crappy Heels, here to be my new co-host for the Sourcecast. Hopefully, Meps will want to come back again with Crappy here. We'll see. But until next time, though, you guys find us here every Friday night, 7 p.m. live, twitch.tv/The Dice House. Until next time, though, you guys all take care. Bye.
Adios. Oh man, my inventory is so full.